My name is Giovanni Malacrino, and I'm Italian. I live in Cardiff.
So,
Let's do the question again.
yes. So why is this campaign happening, and why are you involved in it?
The reason this campaign is happening, and the reason I'm involved, the reason this campaign is happening is because I really believe that Cardiff, as a thriving city, needs to get a little bit more organised and to make decisions quicker. It needs to also respect new businesses coming to Cardiff, and to assist them and not stop them, There's just so much at the moment in Cardiff that's great, but it's Cardiff itself, people in Cardiff, that are stopping it from happening, including councillors.
Okay, so why are you involved in it?
The reason I'm involved in it, I'm involved to actually create, to get this happening, so we can actually have an elected mayor, in 3 years' time. We've got to get 30,000 votes at least, which it'll be easy. But I get frustrated. See, politicians learn how to talk. Business people learn how to make things happen, and that's the difference. And I hate to say this, but politicians and councillors, they will go through a phase, a system of making sure that they check everything. But in the end, it's too late. They've missed the opportunity. Whereas with a mayor, you get a decision that's quicker, faster, more responsive. And people in business would prefer that.
So why do you think it's important for the public to be able to elect a mayor rather than having the councillors do it?
Because if the public elect a mayor, right, they've got to elect somebody that they believe can do the job. And business people will also be there making sure that people can actually do the job and not just put somebody in there just to sort of create another level of bureaucracy and red tape.
So do you think, what happens if the public isn't well informed?
Well, the thing is that the public need to be well informed, and we make sure of that, But what does a mayor do? A mayor makes things happen faster. A mayor can make decisions. What slows things down is when people are too afraid to make the decision. The mayor's role is to bring business in. So the more money comes into Cardiff, the more money we can spend. It's not about cutting costs every 5 minutes. Because the more we all know, if you cut costs, right, nothing else, then you're not going to achieve the city you wanted to achieve, which is Cardiff.
So the whole process of electing, doing the referendum and having everything happen is supposed to cost about £30,000. Do you think that's a smart use of £30,000? Or?
Well, it's money that we're raising ourselves. So it's not money that comes from the council or the government. It's money that's funding. It just shows you that business people are prepared to put £30,000 into a project because they realise it'll pay itself back many times over.
So how do you think, why do you think a business owner such as yourself would be a better publicly chosen mayor than someone who's been elected by their peers in the council?
Simple. See, councils are given money to spend. Business people have got no money. They got to make the money before they can spend it, and that's the difference. If you've got a box, you've got to make that box work. Whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a city, whatever it may be, you've got to make money. It's not about just having money given to you to spend. That's easy. That's not business. So the most important thing is that you make business and you make money with the money you make from people regarding rates and so on and so forth. You spend it wisely, but you've got to create more you've got to create more revenue, more footfall into the city, and you've also got to have a city that's more vibrant. It's no different. Restaurants compete with restaurants, hotels with hotels, cities with cities. So why come to Cardiff instead of Bristol? Because of the shopping, because of the infrastructure, because of the service. It's simple stuff. Sadly, the councils and the government at times will just do everything to have meeting after meeting after meeting and not make things happen. Why? Because they've never been in business.
So do you think there's any limitations to having a publicly elected mayor?
Any limitations? Only if you pick the wrong one.
So how would you avoid that happening? What if the public, like I said, you you want to make a well-informed public, how do you make sure that happens?
There are a few candidates. I'll go for it as well, I'm sure. But it's time. It's having people who actually got proven track records, the people who actually think on their feet, people who aren't afraid to make a decision. You can't appoint somebody who's just going to be then browbeaten or just become part of what we got right now.
Okay. Did you want to add anything else? Maybe something I didn't ask, or did you want to keep it?
Yeah, well, I'll do my little bit of inspirational stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.
The reason Cardiff needs a mayor is for the following. One, it gives people a future. It gives children a future. Start again. Wait a minute. I was right. So, the reason Cardiff needs a mayor is because we get things done quicker, faster. We can literally create a lot more business in the city and give Cardiff, the children of Cardiff, a better future. Because right now, we could be going in two directions, forwards as well as backwards. Let's keep on going forwards.
Okay, so Cardiff doesn't, you said they need a mayor, right? Does it not have a mayor right now?
No. So Cardiff's got a Lord Mayor, but not a mayor. Lord Mayors, they've got their job is to get involved with, they're normally councillors, and they get involved with the way Cardiff is run now, and they're mainly the head of, they go and open places, and they go to events and charities, and and they look after people who come to visit to Cardiff, but they haven't got anything else other than that. They don't do anything else, The mayor makes decisions, like Boris Johnson in London, like the one in New York, they have got a budget and they can spend the budget, and they've got to make sure they do what they. I mean, they're going to be watched, they're going to be watched closely, but they're not going to be tied up in red tape, and they're not going to be tied up in like red tape and what's it called? Not politics. Red tape and. So basically, having a mayor in Cardiff, means that they can deal with things directly, spend money in the right ways, and not have to wait too long for a decision. So they're not going to be tied up with bureaucracy, red tape, and especially sticky tape.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You all right with that?